the other night. Did y'all watch Beto win that debate the other night? What you saw the other night was someone who is a consummate Washington insider. Somebody, when they asked him to say one nice thing about Beto, he couldn't even get that right. And on the other side, Beto, who is a man of the people of Texas, who is not focused on Washington, but focused on you and your family. And that's why we need to make a change in November and elect Beto O'Rourke to the United States Senate. He's going to spend his time working for you. Ted Cruz spent his time campaigning for president. That's right. And so without further ado, please help us welcome our good friend.
Thank you for organizing us, pulling us together, and getting us started. To the Beady Beady Banda Band, thank you for rocking the house today. To my heroes, the Castro brothers, thank you for your leadership and strong support for what we're doing right now. And to each one of you, thank you for making me feel more hopeful or more encouraged, more excited about the future of this country than I have ever been. When I look out at this room right now, and I look out at people, not political action committees, I see people instead of corporations. I see people instead of special interests. I see the future of this country right here in Edinburgh, Texas, in the Rio Grande Valley, and it's a beautiful future, one that I'm proud of, and grateful to have the chance to represent in the United States Senate the way that you have helped us to run this race. We're not running against anyone, not running against another political party. So if you are a Republican, you're in the right room. If you are a Democrat, you're in the right room. Independents, you're welcome as well. The dude who's wearing the Make America Great Again cap, you can come in too. Wherever you are right now, come in and join us. Everyone is welcome at this deeply divided, highly polarized moment in this country's history. She is calling on all of us not to define ourselves by what we're against or what we're afraid of or who we want to keep out, but those big, ambitious, aspirational things that we can only do together. And at this critical moment where our kids, the very youngest among us, are counting on us, their future is at stake, we cannot let them down. We cannot fail to have the courage of our convictions, those things that we know and that we really believe in. You in the Valley, we in El Paso, Texas, we understand the United States-Mexico border better than anyone else. So anyone, from anywhere, to try to talk us into being scared of ourselves or who we are or where we are right now. This is a driver for the entire United States economy, whether it's the trade, the retail shopping that takes place here, our connection to the rest of the world, our front door, not just to Mexico, but the planet beyond. It meets right here. Absolutely. In Edinburgh, in the Valley, on the United States-Mexico border. Nothing to wall off, nothing to militarize. Everything to celebrate an example that we should be able to follow. What if we use the stories of those here in this community of people who've been here through their families for 9 or 10 generations, some folks who've been here for 9 or 10 days. All of us at this moment, every bit as American as the next person right next to you, right? Everyone just as important, just as deserving of being heard or listened to, represented, served, or fought for. What if we decided that those dreamers here in this community, who know no other country but the United States of America, who speak no other language in most cases other than English, who are in every way that's meaningful, every bit as American as my 3 kids that we're raising in El Paso, Texas. What if we decided that we, the people of the border, the people of Texas, one of the most diverse states in the union, who understands that immigration is not a problem, it is our competitive advantage, and that those who choose this country to be here, to plant their flag, to serve us, whether the 20,000 dreamers who are teaching in our classrooms right now, the countless dreamers serving overseas in Afghanistan and Iraq, in Syria right now, putting their lives on the line, that we decide we are going to free them from any fear of deportation by making them U.S. citizens right now so that they can contribute to their full potential. What do you think about that? Which bore first-hand witness to the fact that this country, in the year 2018, and no one would believe it if we hadn't seen it happen with our own eyes, would take children from their parents after they had survived one of the most treacherous ordeals imaginable for a fellow human being, leaving the deadliest countries in this hemisphere, if not the world. How bad would things have to be for you to scoop up your little girl, your little boy, travel 2,000 miles on foot, if you're lucky, atop a train known as the Beast or La Bestia, coming here to the front door of the United States, seeking asylum, shelter, refuge, as have countless generations of Americans before us, only to find not the safety that you sought for that little girl, but your worst nightmare. Literally torn from your breast, you turned over to the custody of the Department of Justice, prosecuted like a common criminal, deported back to the very country from which you fled, and that little girl for whom you risked your very life right now. Maybe she's in a foster care home in Michigan or Ohio or Indiana. Maybe she's in a tent camp in the Chihuahuan Desert in Tornillo, Texas. And neither you nor she know when or even if you will see each other again. And even if you do, we know that this inhumanity, this cruelty, this